It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about their week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with the rookie. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Sending a receiver right. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone at the 21. Thibodeau with the stop. Throwing on second down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun on third down, it's under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Third and 6. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he'll take it on in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
On play action, Goff. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Third and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions are back within 1. It's 7-6. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. To the outside, complete to Johnson. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Giants leading this one early. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll get this out wide. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Wilson to throw. That is caught, and he's in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Gano on to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will take a 14-6 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's beyond midfield to the 45. The speed on display. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move back to within 1. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gray gonna return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They go play action with Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run with Tracy. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man is Robinson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Russ. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now, Gano for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing here is Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll run with Gibbs. Powering forward. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move back to within 1. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
They'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Throwing again, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Lions offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Patrick motioning here. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, Goff. Finding space at the 40. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
They still have that timeout in their back pocket, so they can still throw the ball anywhere on the field. They've got to generate a chunk play, call timeout, and either try a long field goal or just chuck it deep into the end zone.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now, Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. And this would set the new standard. A 67-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Here's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Here's Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing, Goff. On target to Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Here's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A second down throw for Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second down and 3. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
We're going to find out pretty quickly how aggressive this head coach wants to be here, Mike. All the analytics say on the plus side of the 50, you've got to go for it. You have to take advantage of this field position and try to come away with 6. Big decision here, but I think they've got to go for it.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it inside the 20. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got another one. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Goff to throw. Pass completed is St. Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike, and it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Now he takes off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Goff. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. They'll go play action with Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's to the sideline, taken in by Johnson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once they have a choice, but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Russ. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That is caught. It's Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And we'll take you back through some of the highlights. Been plenty of room to run, and he has taken advantage of it. Already over 100 yards in this one. He got it early, he got it often, and the defense hasn't gotten much of him. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Here is 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Goff. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Gonna need a big play now, 3rd down and long. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A carry here for Tracy. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Wilton. Open man, left side. He's got it. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.